Hey guys, I'm excited. I've just used my brand new sewing machine to make this little pouch for my December daily. I know this isn't very Christmassy themed. This is ARTYmaze's ferns kit. I think this was the freebie kit. I'm not sure, but anyway, I'll sort that out and link it. I'll find it and I'll link it below. But yeah, I wanted something to put it in. So I made this little pouch and I'm so proud, so proud. Yeah, I used the sewing machine to do numerous different stitches. Well, four different stitches. Straight stitch, zigzag stitch, this like snowflake stitch, you can see it better on that side. Like snowflake stitch, and then just here in this bit, that little gap and that little gap, where the material wasn't folded over or anything like that, I just did a fancy flower stitch. How cute. It reminds me of tulips. I'm not sure if that's what it's supposed to be, but it reminds me of tulips. Not very wintry themed or anything. Thinking about it, I should have done the what I call like the snowflake. It reminds me of snowflakes anyway, stars. I should have done that really, but you know, whatever. But yeah, and it just fits this little TN style paper bag journal, obviously because I made it to measure anyway. This is, oh my god, oh my god, guys, look at this. Frightened me to death, as you probably just noticed by the tone of my voice. I just turned to show you what I'd used, and it's not a spider. Thank God. It's a piece of material. It's the frightened the freaking life out of me. Oh my word. Oh my word. Heart attack. Wow. I can't speak now. Yeah, it's just a little ball of cotton from when I re-reeled the bottom cotton. Oh my god. Give me a heart attack. Anyway, this, believe it or not, is blind material. You know, it was my daughter's. She had a blind up at her bedroom window at my mum's house, and when she left home, she left the blind, and I can't remember. Mum took it down for whatever reasons anyway, and I don't know. But she rung me, did Mum. I mean, they're only 2 doors away anyway, but she rung me and she's like, Vicky, you know this blind that Dana left behind? Do you think you could do anything with the material? I'm like, yeah, probably journal covers, that sort of thing. Because it's like plush velvet on this side, and then on the inside it's like a waterproof plastic coating. And yeah, so not quite a journal cover, but I just made a pouch. So how cool is that? Oh my god, my heart is going like 30,000 times to the dozen now. Wow. Oh dear me. Okay. Oh yeah, anyway, granted I could have given it a wash first. It's got stains on it and what have you, but you know, don't care. This bit here actually still has part of the label, like from where she tore the label off it. But all I did were I used this part of it, which is actually been the top part of it where you put the pole through, or you thread that onto the pole to then be able to hang it up to then lift it up and down. But I thought, you know what, that's perfect as the top flappy piece. So I left that on, and I've measured up, cut it down, and I measured up here from the bottom. And as you saw in the video, all I did was just turned the bottom edge over just a fraction to create that. They're just more uniform line, but also give it a bit of strength. Oh gosh, it's half an inch, yeah, ish. I didn't measure anything, I just did it by eye. It's not even straight, but I don't care. It's actually not that bad. It's not perfectly straight, but it's not actually that bad, just slightly off, yeah. But yeah, I love it. You know, I'm really pleased with it. Obviously, like I said, I did it to measure that. I could have done with leaving a little bit extra, because as you can see, it is a little bit of a snug fit, but it fits and I love it. But yeah, so oh my gosh, I love it, absolutely love it. and I'm really pleased that I tried it on this scrap piece. Well, I say scrap piece, but this material first, because you know how I mentioned before about these, I've shown these off before in a video, that I got from Salena over at AmourFabriQues. I was going to make a boho journal, and I was like, oh, journal cover, yep, awesome, but I didn't want to lose any. I'd have to cut some off or make it a large journal, or, you know, the journal would be in with quite a bit of space at the top and the sides. And I was like, but I don't want to cut it because I don't want to lose any, because it's just absolutely freaking gorgeous. Well, I decided I'm not going to lose any at all, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same with these. I'm going to make these into pouches to put the boho journal in. But of course I didn't want to just go in guns blazing straight onto these. First I want it, and I'm going to have to sew these by hand. I don't think the machine will go through all that stitching, and I don't want it to anyway, because I think it'll spoil it. But I didn't want to go in like full guns blazing on them first without trying it out on something else that I weren't bothered whether it turned out or not, which I wasn't bothered about this. I've got plenty more. These are just a few more scraps. I'll make a few more covers, pouches the same. Maybe try different stitches on them. But yeah, I will try, you know, make some more pouches. I was originally going to use this scrap piece that I have. I was originally going to use it as a journal cover. I've got the stuff here. I was going to put an envelope inside. I like sandwich the envelope in between this, like that. I've got a hairpin, a bobby pin, whatever you call them. Yeah, I just put that together, then it kept them together. But I was going to have that as the front cover, that sandwiched in the middle, and then this piece of calico all measured out and everything on the inside, and use that as my journal cover. I may still do that, but I think I love this material and it looks really smart as journal, as little pouches. So I might just make a few more pouches, because like I said, I've got some scraps left over. There's another big piece here. These scraps are off this anyway. You know, I can make some little notebook covers and stuff with them, or smaller pouches to put notebooks in. I love it, absolutely love it. But yeah, so there you go, guys. I sped the video up of me sewing. One, it's noisy. Two, I had no idea how it was going to turn out. But yeah, I was really pleased with how it turned out, actually. And this is just one of my paper bag journals, as I showed you before, with just this ARTYmaze, a couple of ARTYmaze printouts. I'm sure they were freebies. I just stuck it on the front and the back. That was the envelope that came with the kit. These are all just, you know, plain pages inside. That was an envelope that came with the kit as well, or the printouts. Tag. I've done nothing to them. I haven't even backed them. They're printed on normal print paper. All I did was just stuck some of this elastic in the top for fancy it up. There's a couple of them as well that were left over from doing this. I just rounded the edges and used them as journal cards, and two more tags there. That was a piece of tea dyed paper, piece of ribbon, and all I've done with this is glued it on as a pocket there, but I doubled it over, so I've got two pockets. It was just a scrap piece like that. I folded it in half, rounded the corners, glued down that side, which left that as a flap, so then I glued that up, so you've got a pocket in the back and then one there in the front. Simple as. There you go. Simple as, but extremely effective, and that, like I said, is going to be my December daily this year. So I've not done a December daily before, but yeah. And I know, like I said, it's not very Christmassy themed, but I love autumn and spring, so I figured that, you know, ties in with the autumn theme. And the pouch itself is Christmassy-ish, snow and silver, so yeah. Anyway, who says you have to have a Christmas themed December daily? Come on. But yeah, obviously not going to put anything on there. I don't want anything on the front, that's why I did the decorative stitches. But yeah, this, as I said, was already stitched down anyway. As you can see here, it's only stitched once though, because that's where you put the pole through. But I just went back over that with the zigzag stitch. and then yeah, I just went over this edge here with the zigzag stitch, went over that bit with the zigzag stitch, and then put that slap bang in the middle, just for a bit of decorative fancy. So now I don't need to do anything to the front cover either. You could use your crocodile or something to put a hole through that, put an eyelet in, and then, you know, use some material or something to wrap it, to bind it. I don't think it needs it. I'm not going to be carrying this around with me anywhere. It's just going to be probably sat on the shelf or up the corner somewhere, so I don't feel I need anything to be able to tie it or anything. And if I do, I'll just wrap some ribbon around. I'll just wrap ribbon around it and tie it in a bow. I don't need to be punching holes and stuff in. But yeah, so I just figured I'd come on and pretty much explain the last video where I did the sewing and sped it up. I mean, you can see in the video what I was doing, but probably wondering what's she up to. Basically, I was just playing, but I figured I'd bring you along. I apologise for the bounciness of the camera and the focusing in and out. It's because the corner here of the foam was resting up against the corner of the sewing machine, so obviously the vibrations from the sewing machine were making the foam wobble, which made it zoom in and like focus in and out. But it's hard work trying to watch what you're doing through the camera and not saw your fingers off at the same time. But yeah, so there we go, guys. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed both videos, the last one and this one, and I will be doing some more of these very soon. So, well, hopefully soon, I don't know. I've got 1,000,001 things to do before I do any more of these, but now I'm confident enough to do that. I will be doing some more. And before I forget, I just want to say this kind of pouchy method has been done by quite a few people recently, but I got my idea from Wendy over at Wendy's Journal Adventure. Most people know her as Wendy and Leo because of her cat Leo. Yeah, it's a floppy one, but you know, you don't have to completely reinforce everything all the time. It serves a purpose. But yeah, I love it. I'm so thrilled. I feel like I'm moving up in the world now. Yay. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I will speak to you again soon. Bye.